Hello, everyone. This is your friend Ming Ji. Today, we will talk about 5 things women should never reveal to men. Hey, friends. Have you ever wondered why some women always seem to carry an air of mystery that naturally commands respect? The truth is, this power comes from knowing what to say and what not to say. In an era of oversharing, real wisdom lies in understanding how to maintain privacy. Today, I'm going to reveal 5 things women should never disclose to men, plus a critical bonus tip. These insights will not only protect your dignity but also empower you in your relationships. Get ready as we explore how your words shape your reality and how silence can help you wield true power. Have you ever been curious about why certain women exude a mysterious aura that makes people take them seriously? It's because they understand the power of not saying everything. In a world addicted to oversharing, true strength comes from knowing what to keep to yourself. Today, I'll uncover 5 things women should avoid revealing to men, along with an essential bonus tip. Stick around, your words shape your reality. What you choose to share influences how others perceive you, treat you, and respect you. When it comes to men, some things, once said, can't be taken back. If you want to be valued, respected, and truly understood, you need to know where to draw the line. These 6 key points will not only safeguard your dignity but also give you power in your relationships. 1. Don't reveal your insecurities. Everyone has insecurities, those quiet fears and self-doubts that creep in when no one's watching. But here's the truth: what you reveal is what you give power to. When you start sharing every deep insecurity with a man, you might unknowingly shift the dynamic of your relationship in ways that are hard to undo. Why? Because confidence is attractive. While vulnerability has its place, excessive self-doubt can erode the respect and admiration a man has for you. A strong woman doesn't deny her insecurities, but she doesn't put them on display for others to dissect, fix, or judge either. There's a difference between being open and being emotionally overexposed. Many women think sharing their deepest fears and weaknesses will bring them closer to a man, building an emotional bond. But often, the opposite happens. It can make him see you as fragile, overly dependent, or even a burden. A healthy relationship is built on mutual strength, not one person constantly seeking validation from the other. A man might comfort you at first, but over time, he could start viewing you as someone who lacks confidence and needs constant reassurance, rather than someone who stands firmly in her worth. This doesn't mean you should pretend to be perfect, no one is. But there's a clear distinction between processing your insecurities privately and airing them out loud. Instead of unloading your self-doubt onto a man, work on them internally first, elevate yourself. That way, when you do talk about challenges, it comes from a place of self-awareness and growth, not raw emotion. A woman who acknowledges her flaws but actively works to improve is far more inspiring than one who constantly seeks external validation. Not every man can handle your vulnerability with care. Some might use it against you, even subconsciously. If a man knows your biggest fears, whether it's abandonment, rejection, or feeling unworthy, he might intentionally or unintentionally test those fears, pushing boundaries to see how much control he has over you. That's why choosing what to share and when is so critical. A man should earn your trust over time, not get handed the keys to your deepest struggles right away. Instead of focusing on insecurities, highlight your strengths, your uniqueness, your passions, and the value you bring. When you operate from a place of confidence, you naturally attract respect. People respond to how you see yourself. If you present yourself as uncertain, fragile, or unworthy, others will see you that way too. But if you carry quiet confidence, imperfections and all, you send a clear message: I'm strong, I'm growing, and I don't need constant validation to know my worth. True power comes from self-mastery. If you have insecurities, work on them consciously and purposefully in private, pursue growth, build skills, improve your mindset, and strengthen your emotional resilience. The more you do this, the less you'll feel the need to expose your weaknesses to anyone, because they no longer define you. And when you do choose to open up, it'll be an act of strength, not desperation. 2. Don't overshare family matters. Your family is part of who you are. It shapes your values, experiences, and even how you view relationships. But no matter how close you get to a man, not every family detail needs to be shared. Why? Because the family information you reveal reflects not just on them, but on you too. How you talk about your loved ones signals to a man how you handle relationships, loyalty, and discretion. If you constantly share family disputes, unresolved conflicts, or deeply personal issues, it could shift how he sees both your family and you. First, let's talk about perception. When you expose family weaknesses, whether it's financial struggles, toxic dynamics, or past mistakes, you might paint a negative picture that's hard to erase. A man could start viewing your family as unstable, dysfunctional, or even a burden. Worse, he might wonder if you carry the same patterns. People tend to associate individuals with their environment. If you're always talking about family drama, he might subconsciously assume chaos follows you wherever you go. Even if he doesn't judge you openly, it could affect how he sees your emotional stability and long-term compatibility. Beyond perception, oversharing family conflicts can erode trust. A high-value woman understands the importance of discretion. If you're quick to discuss intimate family matters with a man, he might wonder, what else will she reveal? If you're willing to expose your closest loved ones, what's stopping you from doing the same to him one day? That thought can create distance, making him hesitant to fully open up, fearing his vulnerabilities might be shared too. The most respected women know how to keep certain things under wraps, cultivating an aura of trustworthiness and emotional maturity. Another risk of discussing family conflicts is the unnecessary influence it invites. When you share private family issues, you give a man room to form his own judgments and opinions. This can be dangerous because once he sees your family a certain way, it's hard to change that lens. Imagine a temporary spat with a sibling or parent. You might move past it quickly, but he might not. He could start viewing your family as problematic, even after you've resolved the issue. This could create friction later, especially if your relationship gets serious and he has to interact with them. Instead of airing family issues publicly, handle them privately and strategically. If your family faces challenges, work to resolve them internally rather than seeking external validation. If you need guidance, turn to a mentor, therapist, or someone who can offer constructive, neutral advice. A man doesn't need to know every detail of your family dynamics. What matters is that he sees how you navigate relationships with grace, maturity, and emotional intelligence. This doesn't mean you should hide everything. There's a time and place for sharing context, especially if certain aspects significantly impact your life. But the key is to share consciously and sparingly, avoiding turning conversations into a constant vent about family grievances. Even if you had a tough upbringing, speak about it with respect. How you frame your past tells a man how you handle adversity. A woman who acknowledges challenges without letting them define her earns respect. Ultimately, filtering what you share is a sign of wisdom. A woman who protects her family's dignity, flaws and all, demonstrates loyalty, respect, and discretion, qualities every high-value man admires. So before you reveal family conflicts, ask yourself, is this necessary? Will it strengthen our connection, or plant unnecessary doubt? Three. Don't overshare past relationships. Your past relationships are part of your journey, shaping your experiences and lessons. But what you share, and how, greatly affects how a man perceives you. Many women think openly discussing past relationships builds honesty and trust, but the reality is, too many details about your romantic history can backfire, making him question your emotional baggage, your standards, or even your ability to move forward. One of the biggest mistakes women make is assuming transparency equals trust. While honesty matters, oversharing isn't the same as openness. A man doesn't need to know every detail about your exes, how they treated you, why things fell apart, or what mistakes you made. These conversations shift the focus from the present to the past. He might start defining you by your past choices, consciously or not, creating unnecessary complications in your relationship. Another danger of oversharing is sparking comparisons. If you talk about how great an ex was, a man might feel he has to compete with a ghost from your past. If you describe how awful an ex was, he might wonder if you'll one day speak about him the same way. Either way, you're unintentionally planting seeds of insecurity. No man wants to feel compared to someone else, and no high-value man wants to hear a woman endlessly rehash old wounds. The more you bring up your past, the more you keep it alive. There's also the issue of revealing emotional baggage. If you talk about your past with lingering anger, regret, or sadness, it signals to a man that you haven't fully healed. When he senses unresolved emotions, he might hesitate to fully invest, fearing he's just a rebound or a distraction from your past. A truly confident woman doesn't dwell on what she's lost. She moves forward with wisdom and grace, showing she's learned and grown from her experiences. It's also worth noting that some men will use your past against you. If you share mistakes from previous relationships, whether it was trusting the wrong person, tolerating bad behavior, or making poor choices, an opportunistic man might see this as a weakness. He might think, if she put up with it before, maybe she will again. Asterisk: a manipulative man will file this away, testing your boundaries based on what you've tolerated before. Protecting your history is a form of self-preservation. This doesn't mean you should lie or be secretive about your past. If a man asks about your romantic history, keep it brief, neutral, and focused on growth, not a laundry list of past errors or failed love stories. Shift the conversation to what you've learned and how it's shaped you today. For example, I've had experiences that taught me what I value in a relationship, and now I'm focused on building something meaningful. This keeps the discussion mature, forward-looking, and baggage-free. Your past doesn't define your worth. No matter what choices you made, relationships you had, or pain you endured, those don't determine your value. What matters is who you are now and how you present yourself. A high-value woman doesn't let her past overshadow her present. She doesn't apologize for her experiences or feel the need to explain them. She moves forward with confidence, knowing she's evolving into a better version of herself. The best relationships are built on the present and future, not the past. A man who truly values you doesn't need to know every chapter of your history. He needs to see the woman standing in front of him. 4. Don't overexpress emotions. Emotions are powerful. They guide us, motivate us, and even connect us deeply with others. But not every emotion needs to be expressed the moment it arises. A woman who shares every fleeting feeling, anger, frustration, insecurity, excitement, might create unnecessary tension in a relationship. True emotional intelligence isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about knowing when and how to express them effectively. A common mistake women make is thinking emotional transparency equals authenticity. Society often pushes the idea that being yourself means voicing every feeling as it comes, but in reality, this can overwhelm others. Men are wired to be problem solvers. If you constantly unload every worry, frustration, or doubt, it might exhaust him, making him feel like he's always walking on eggshells or trying to fix your emotions. For example, say you've had a stressful day, and little things are irritating you. Maybe he didn't text back quickly enough or seemed distracted in conversation. If you react immediately and vent your displeasure without considering if it's the real issue or just a mood swing, you could spark unnecessary conflict. A knee-jerk reaction might ignite an argument that didn't need to happen. If you give yourself a moment to process instead of blurting out, "You never care about me," you might realize it's just temporary frustration from stress, fatigue, or unrelated setbacks. This isn't about hiding emotions, it's about mastering them. A high-value woman doesn't let her emotions run her, she runs them. She steps back, reflects, and asks, "Does this really need addressing? Am I reacting to the moment or carrying baggage from elsewhere? Will expressing this now strengthen our connection or create unnecessary drama?" Plus, a woman who constantly shares emotional ups and downs might come across as unstable or hard to handle. While men appreciate emotional depth, they're naturally drawn to women who exude calm, control, and emotional balance. If he feels like being with you is an emotional roller coaster, he might pull away, finding the relationship unpredictable or draining. Emotional restraint isn't about being cold or distant, it's about creating stability for yourself and the relationship. Not every man can handle your emotions delicately. Some might misinterpret them, others might dismiss them, and some might exploit them to manipulate or belittle you. If you constantly pour out fears, anxieties, or frustrations, a manipulative man could use that to gaslight you, saying, "You're always so emotional," or "You're overreacting," making you doubt yourself. But if you learn to process emotions before expressing them, you reclaim that power, you control your narrative. That's why emotional self-discipline is a hallmark of true strength and feminine power. A woman who manages her emotions with grace earns deep respect. When she does express them, they carry weight because they're intentional, not impulsive. When she voices a concern, it comes from clarity and maturity, not an emotional whirlwind. That makes a man more likely to take her seriously and respond with care. So what do? Don't react in the heat of the moment. Pause, reflect, take a deep breath, and give yourself space to process. If something truly matters, express it from a place of understanding, not an emotional spiral. If it's just fleeting frustration, let it go. As you practice emotional discipline, you position yourself above the chaos, operating from inner strength. Ultimately, a woman who feels deeply but expresses wisely is the most admired and respected. Master your emotions, and you master your life. 5. Don't overshare your financial situation. Money is a deeply personal topic, and how you handle it reflects your mindset, discipline, and independence. While honesty matters in a relationship, not every financial struggle needs to be laid bare to a man, especially early on or while your relationship's foundation is still forming. Why? Because financial struggles aren't just about money, they signal how you make decisions, manage yourself, and handle emotional resilience. Many women mistakenly think sharing financial woes will evoke sympathy and closeness, but often, the opposite happens. If you frequently talk about money troubles, unpaid bills, or financial stress, it can trigger two reactions in a man. He might see you as a burden, or he might feel you need rescuing. Neither perception builds a strong, balanced, respectful relationship. A high-value man is drawn to a woman who's independent, self-sufficient, and capable of managing her life. If you constantly share financial struggles, you might come across as someone who can't handle her own affairs. Even if he's able to support you, he might question your financial responsibility. If he starts seeing you as someone who always needs help, the dynamic could shift from mutual respect to him feeling obligated to fix your problems. On the flip side, if a man is opportunistic or manipulative, he might use your financial struggles to control you. Some men prey on financial vulnerability, knowing it can lead to emotional dependence. If you reveal you're in a tough spot financially, a man with bad intentions might offer help to gain leverage, creating a power imbalance. Once you rely on him financially, he might start making demands, curbing your independence, or making you feel indebted. A woman who keeps her finances private protects her power and autonomy. This doesn't mean you should hide your financial life entirely. In a serious, long-term relationship where you're working toward shared goals, financial discussions are necessary. But even then, it's about how you frame it. Instead of focusing on struggles and problems, highlight your plans, strategies, and improvements. A woman who says, "I'm learning to manage my finances better and making smart adjustments," projects an image of someone in control of her life, even amid challenges. Plus, discussing financial woes can sometimes shift the attraction dynamic. Many women are drawn to financially stable men, and the reverse is true too. Men are often attracted to women who are financially responsible. If a woman frequently talks about struggling to pay bills, poor spending choices, or unplanned debt, a man might subconsciously question her ability to handle other areas of life. Handle financial challenges privately. Seek advice from mentors, financial experts, or people who can help without creating a power imbalance. If you discuss money with a man, let it come from a place of wisdom and self-awareness, not helpless struggle. A woman who maintains independence through financial hardship earns deep respect. Ultimately, your financial life is your responsibility. A high-value woman doesn't expect a man to solve her money problems, she handles them herself. She might welcome support but never expects rescue. When you exude financial confidence in tough times, you signal to a man that you're not just looking for a caretaker, you're a partner ready to build a strong, stable, prosperous future together. Bonus tip: don't overshare your future plans. Your vision for the future is one of your most powerful assets. It defines your goals, ambitions, and the legacy you want to leave. But not every detail of your long-term plans needs to be shared with a man, especially early in a relationship. While discussing future goals might seem like it builds a stronger bond, oversharing your life blueprint can weaken your position, leaving you vulnerable to manipulation, doubt, or unnecessary interference. A high-value woman has purpose and direction. She knows what she wants. When you reveal your full long-term strategy, your financial ambitions, career plans, personal growth goals, or life-changing aspirations, you open yourself up to opinions, criticism, or even subtle sabotage. Not everyone will understand or support your vision, and a man's response could either inspire you or make you second-guess yourself. One major risk of oversharing is that it lets others influence your path. If a man doesn't fully align with your goals or feels threatened by your ambition, he might consciously or subconsciously try to steer your vision to fit his expectations. He could plant doubt with comments like, "Are you sure that's realistic?" Or, "Wouldn't it be easier to focus on something more stable?" A woman secure in her purpose doesn't seek validation for her dreams, she pursues them unapologetically. Another risk is that oversharing creates predictability. When a man knows your every plan, step, and strategy for building your future, some of the mystery and curiosity that make you captivating start to fade. A woman who keeps parts of her vision private retains allure and earns a respect only those with quiet confidence can command. She doesn't need to constantly explain or justify her ambitions, she just pursues them. Plus, sharing your future plans too early can shift the power dynamic. If a man knows your entire playbook, he might feel he has sway over you. He could use that knowledge to influence your decisions, slow you down, or make you more reliant on him. For example, if he knows your dream is to move to another city for your career, he might pressure you to reconsider, saying, "I thought we were serious, why would you move away?" A woman who keeps her long-term plans close holds full control of her destiny. This doesn't mean you should never share your goals. It's about knowing the difference between revealing your vision and handing over your entire roadmap. A wise woman knows when to speak and when to let her actions do the talking. Instead of saying, "My 5-year plan is to start this business, save this much money, move to this city, and hit these specific milestones," try, "I have some exciting goals I'm working toward every day." This keeps the conversation open, confident, and grounded without exposing you to undue influence. Another key reason to keep long-term strategies private is to shield yourself from jealousy or competition. Not every man will celebrate your success. Some might downplay your ambitions, while others might support you on the surface but secretly hope you falter. The more details you share, the more opportunities others have, intentionally or not, to disrupt you. A strong woman doesn't broadcast her plans, she acts quietly and lets her success speak for itself. So, the smart move is to stay discreet about your long-term strategy. If a man genuinely supports you, he'll respect that you're working toward meaningful goals, even without knowing every detail. Let your actions show your strength, and let your achievements speak for you. A woman who moves with quiet confidence is unstoppable. She doesn't need validation. She pursues her vision with unwavering focus. Your future is yours. A man worthy of a place in your life will support your growth, not try to control or define it. A high-value woman doesn't explain her every move, she keeps moving forward, leaving the world in awe. Master the art of sharing, guard your power. Ultimately, what you choose to keep private is just as powerful as what you share. Privacy isn't about secrecy, it's about self-respect. When you carry yourself with quiet strength, men will admire you, respect you, and ultimately value you. So guard your mystery, protect your dignity, and above all, own your power. In doing so, you'll not only become a stronger individual but also attract people who respect and appreciate your independence and confidence. True power comes from mastering yourself, not relying on others' approval. When you learn to filter what you share, you protect yourself and elevate your worth in relationships. So next time you're tempted to share something, pause and ask, is this necessary? Will it strengthen our connection or sow unnecessary doubt? A truly powerful woman knows when to stay silent and when to let her actions speak. In today's world, we're often encouraged to be ourselves and share everything openly. But true wisdom lies in knowing when to share and when to hold back. A truly powerful woman understands how to guard her strength and mystery by controlling what she reveals. She knows her worth isn't about being fully known, it's about being respected, admired, and leaving others wanting to know more. How to practice these principles. 1. Learn to filter what you share. Not every thought, feeling, or experience needs to be shared immediately. Before speaking, ask, is this necessary? Will it enhance our relationship or add unnecessary complexity? Process your emotions and thoughts first. 2. Maintain mystery. Mystery is a powerful draw. It makes you intriguing and multidimensional. By holding some things back, you protect yourself and inspire others to want to know you more. That desire fuels respect and admiration. 3. Focus on growth and confidence. Instead of airing weaknesses and insecurities, showcase your growth and confidence. When you operate from a place of maturity and strength, you naturally attract people who respect you. True power is self-mastery, not external validation. 4. Learn to say no. Sometimes, refusing to share isn't rejection, it's self-protection. You have the right to decide what to say and what to keep private. A woman who says no respects herself and earns respect from others. 5. Let actions speak. The best way to show your strength and worth is through action. When you focus on achieving your goals instead of explaining yourself, guard your power, become your best self. Through this process, you'll not only grow stronger but also draw in people who value your independence and confidence. True power comes from self-control, not others' approval. When you master what to share, you protect yourself and boost your value in relationships. So next time you're about to share, pause and ask, is this necessary? Will it strengthen our bond or plant doubt? A truly powerful woman knows when to stay silent and when to let her actions roar. Final word. Privacy isn't secrecy, it's self-respect. When you present yourself with quiet strength, men will admire, respect, and cherish you. Guard your mystery, protect your dignity, and above all, own your power. Your worth is defined by you, not by how others see you. That's all for today, friends. True power comes from mastering yourself, not seeking validation. Privacy is self-respect. When you filter what you share, you protect yourself and elevate your value. Guard your mystery, protect your dignity, and own your power. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.